I'm going to call on Councilmember Chavez, and we need to follow the queue.
Thank you. I don't support a delay. This is an advisory board. Again, I'm going to keep on mentioning this, an advisory board. I don't understand what the drama, the performance of being from businesses in the city of Minneapolis, big business, corporations that are frustrated about an advisory board as if the world is going to fall apart. This is an opportunity to say to our residents that we support workers. This vote is pro-worker or not, period. At the end of the day, do we support our workers or not? That is something that this vote is going to signify to residents of Minneapolis. My mother had to work three freaking jobs to barely afford rent, to barely be able to put food on the table, to barely be able to live her life and to support us as her children. 3 jobs to barely make it by in this city, growing up my entire life, so I can share a room with my brother my whole adult life. And I was very proud of that. But she had to work 3 freaking jobs, more than 80 hours a week, to barely make it by. And what we're saying is that those folks do not matter in the city of Minneapolis, and they do not deserve to have a voice and seat at the table. An advisory board is going to give these folks, these community members, undocumented immigrants, folks in the city of Minneapolis that matter, an opportunity to have a seat at the table. I don't understand why it is controversial to have an advisory board that says people in the city of Minneapolis, workers in our city, matter. I don't believe it. I know what's going on. It's corporations that run this city. It's corporations that scare people in this body. It's corporations that run checks. It's corporations that fearmonger and scare residents in the city of Minneapolis into making decisions to say that we do not support workers. I'm sorry. I support workers, period. I support Uber and Lyft drivers. I support increasing the minimum of the $15 minimum wage to $25 an hour. And I do not need permissions from corporations to do that today. But if corporations do not want to be a part of this advisory board, by all means, whatever, I'll bring that policy forward without your input. You should be thankful that you're getting a seat at the table to influence policy in the city of Minneapolis. You should be thankful that you're giving an opportunity to sit with workers to develop policy that is fiscally sound, that is going to improve lives of residents. I am sorry. I am not going to support a delay. I support this policy. I even wish it was stronger. Because workers in the city of Minneapolis matter. And I am doing this for people that look like my mom that had to work 3 jobs just to barely make it by in the city of Minneapolis, where she had restaurants and corporations like McDonald's, which I don't understand how we considering that minority-owned businesses to begin with, but corporations like McDonald's and other businesses treating her horrendously. When you had these businesses, particularly, and my own family members and immigrant community members who experienced racist comments in their workplace and nothing gets done to get addressed. When you have these businesses steal people's wages and nothing is getting done to address that by the employer. When you have these businesses mistreating these workers. I'm sorry. I support this advisory board, period. I do not support a delay. Let's get this done and move on to actually improving the lives of Minneapolis residents.